I truly think this is a new norm of just scaled down crews. And even actors, you have to be on sets. Then, like, their guidelines are that craft services has totally changed. You can't just feed people in a buffet line anymore.
Yeah.
You have to have to-go boxes prepped each individually. Everything is individually wrapped. It's a weird feeling to be on set like that. Yeah.
So
and how do you do seconds? You just go get another box?
You go get another box.
It depends. If your name is below like the third page on the credits, you don't do seconds.
My box only had one sandwich in it.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to get a box.
Yeah. So speaking of that, there are some terms that I've seen in the credits of movies that I have no idea what they are, and I'm wondering if maybe you can help me with some of these terms. So what's a gaffer?
A gaffer is someone that works with light. They're basically the one that's shaping the light on set and basically getting your lighting right. So like you say, in the studio right here, we have lighting, right?
We do, yes. So, and our gaffer was terrible.
The gaffer actually did a pretty good job. I can kind of tell by the shadows, not any key lights coming up, but, the gaffer is a person that's kind of working with the lighting to make sure that the director of photography is happy, because the director of photography is going to give you a certain look on how that film is supposed to look, and the gaffer is usually the person that's going to deliver that look for you.
Okay.
And I think gaffer also means father in
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. My old gaffer.
Gaffer.
This is different than Samwise
Gamgee's. When I think of gaffer, I think of gaff tape.
Gaff tape.
Yeah. And so I thought it was, for the longest time, and until just this moment, I thought it was the person that taped all the cords down.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so cool that they give this guy his own spot in the credits.
Yeah.
I was incredibly wrong.
The gaff taper.
Yeah. What's the best boy?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah,
too.
because I think that's the one that in the credits, when I see that, I'm like, the best boy, and then there's there's several best boys.
I'm a great boy, but I'm not the best.
The best boy. It's funny that you say that, because, like I said, I've worked on some big sets, and sometimes people take on multiple roles.
Right. So have you ever gotten to be the?
I've never gotten to be the best boy.
Yeah, I think that's a weird thing to say to somebody. Have you ever gotten to be the best boy?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like something you'd say to your dog, not something that you'd say, oh, who's the best boy?
Yeah, do you get a treat too?
So
they work in the G&E department. Most of them work in the G&E department, and
G&E is, for our listeners who don't know,
General Electric.
We're speaking in a lot of acracrons because we're.
I'm sorry.
No. It's not your fault. We also are industry people, like Dr. Williams, our guest. But
he does the same thing with church lingo.
I do.
He'd be like, what?
It's so bad. I speak, and this will probably get me canceled.
So what is an offering?
Yeah. What is it? What's a tithering? No,
tithing.
Yeah, you guys are horrible.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the person that handles with the general election stuff. So the best boy and the gaffer, I suspect, probably have to work.
They work
really
together.
closely together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody, and it's funny. Everybody in this industry, they're interconnected departments. But
see, I think the gaffer and the best boy could be one and the same.
They can.
I think that's one that we can combine and move forward.
I think it depends on how big the set is.
Well, it also depends on how big those lights are.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm meddling. Look, he set it up perfectly that this show is us two talking to people we have no business talking to. I'm trying to solve the movie industry.
Y'all gonna have you can have unions calling us. Don't try to mess with our jobs.
Don't worry, just give my number.
SAG is gonna just give us a 1-star review.
They're gonna boycott right outside. You're trying to take our jobs.
That'd be great. We'd have to cross a picket line just to come into the studio.
Yeah.
What about?
I offer my services as best
what's
boy.
A grip?
Grip is they're in the G&E department as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody that I'm mentioning is just like
grip is pretty much.
People.
I don't think about it like this. A grip is a person that's constantly helping move equipment and stuff like that. Yeah.
Grip is a roadie.
We call it a one man.
Yeah. And then I think my last one is a Foley artist. Because I have no idea what a Foley is. When I think of Foley...
A Foley catheter?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I think of even. I think of Mick Foley. Right? My brain goes back to like junior high, to Mankind, to WWE.
Yeah.
It was Mankind and Cactus Jack and Mick Foley. And I'm like...
Mankind had some issues.
Yeah, so what is a Foley artist?
When you think about sound in pictures and stuff like that, that can be contributed to the Foley artist.
Okay.
So just, you have this situation right here. Break my leg. just stuff like that. There's so many different things you can do to like deliver that.
In Fight Club when
I haven't
Brad
watched
Pitt.
Fight Club. That's
okay. In another movie where someone throws a punch, there's some guy in a studio banging two pieces of chicken thighs together.
There you go.
To get that slap.
Yeah. And the Foley artist like syncs that up.
Yeah, they he would be able to answer this better. I just generally know.
Or does the Foley artist sync it up or create the sound?
They're creating the sound. They're basically recreating everyday sounds.
That's cool.
Like
it's an awesome
fighting. Yeah, it's an awesome job. It's funny. I first learned about that. It was a studio in Dallas called Agora Entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you remember those guys?
Yeah, they defunded a documentary that I was working on.
No, wow,
they put some money up for it, and so I went and did a trip. And then whenever I came back, they were like, "Yeah, we lost some money, so
yeah,
you're not allowed to do this anymore." And I was like, "So, but I have receipts," and they were like, "Yeah." That's awesome. You just put those in your pocket and turn around and walk out. And I was like,
and then you can write it off at the end of the year.
Yeah, write it off at the end of the year. Hey, I took a trip to L.A. because I was supposed to get to do a thing, and they were like,
and it was a loss.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think their attorney passed away. That's what happened.
Yeah, and
he was like
collapsed.
It all fell apart.
But I do remember that.
But I learned about that by that company because when they first built over in Dallas, when I walked in there, they said, "This is our Foley studio," and I was like, "What? It's just a room just like this."
Right.
They had
just one weird guy in there.
Yeah, he was in there, and he was sitting in the corner like this. I'm the Foley artist.
He has slinkies and like.
Then the director puts him back at his kennel, and the end of the day,
there you go.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, but that's what they had. They had a room with all type of soft. It was like soft stuff, hard stuff, and they can recreate noises. That was it.
That's crazy.
I watched a Star Wars. That's probably the one that I think of the most, is the Foley artist. I think there was even a documentary about.
There definitely was.
With all the springs
I promise
that they
you, there was
used
a Star Wars documentary that was on Foley art.
Yeah. But to make the laser sounds, like they invented a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were for some of the doors and stuff. They like took the top of the toilet thing and just like scraped it across. That was how they did it, because the sound of the porcelain scraping, and then the laser sounds were like them banging on a guy wire for a telephone pole, stuff like that. So that's a Foley artist.
And T-Rex for Jurassic Park, they combined a lion and an elephant, and like there's like 3 or 4 animals that they created this.
They took a bunch of terrifying animals and made it one terrifying animal.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. So is that in you? We were talking earlier. You said you were really digging the new Jurassic World animated series. Are they using that same sound?
Yes, they are.
That's awesome.
And it's funny because that new series, they're like exploring other dinosaurs that didn't exist.
Oh, really?
So they're like making up creatures. It's hilarious.
That's wild.
So I'm saying it'll be a good episode to watch, or a good series to watch.
I think that would be something you and Kale might get into.
My son has already started watching it.
So you know? Oh, your son is watching it. So he's seen the actually dinosaur eat somebody. Then did you know that?
Probably. He is 11.
Awesome.
He is 11. And I think it's animated.
It's animated,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's seen it, but he's seen the other Jurassic Park movies with me, so it's pretty mild comparatively. I'm assuming. They didn't go like hardcore with the animation on Netflix.
I mean, they might,
but it was on Netflix Kids. It was because he's got his own little subsection.
He does at my house too, which I just found out. I got logged out of Netflix for some reason and logged back in, and it's like, do you want to be Kale the Bomb? I was like, honey, and she goes, I let him make his own Netflix thing. Whenever he's over there, then I was like, unbelievable.